Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go the question. The given equation ax square positive 88x positive c equals to 0, where a and c are constants, has no real solutions and a factor of kx positive j. What is the least possible integer value of ac? Actually, the given equation is a quadratic equation standard form and it has no real solutions, and also the quadratic expression we have over here as a factor of kx positive j. Our aim is to find the least possible integer value of AC. Okay, now let me consider a quadratic equation standard form, that is ax square positive bx positive c equals to 0. When we have a quadratic equation, the maximum number of real solutions is 2. And if a quadratic equation has no real solution and also it is in standard form, then the value of the discriminant b square negative 4ac will be less than 0. Since this quadratic equation is in standard form and also it has no real solutions, the value of this discriminant b square negative 4ac for this quadratic equation also will be less than 0. Okay, now let's get this value for the given quadratic equation. Actually, b is the coefficient of x. Here in the given quadratic equation, the coefficient of x is 88. Then we get 88 square negative 4 times a is the coefficient of x square. Here the coefficient of x square is the same a, and c is the constant term. Here also we have the same constant term, that is c. So this is the discriminant for the given quadratic equation. Okay, since there is no real solution for this quadratic equation, the value of this discriminant will be less than 0. And the value of this 88 square is 7744 negative 4 AC less than 0. Now let's solve for AC in this equation. Let me subtract 7744 from both sides of this equation. Then this positive value, negative value will cancel out. We get negative 4 AC. When I combine this 0 and this one, I am getting negative 7744. Okay, now to solve for AC, we have to get rid of this negative 4, which is multiplied by AC. For that, we have to divide both sides of this inequality by negative 4. Okay, here let me divide the left side negative 4 AC by negative 4, and the right side negative 7744 by negative 4. Whenever I divide or multiply both sides of an inequality by the same negative value, I have to flip the inequality sign. Here we have less than. When I flip it over, it will become greater than. Then this negative 4 will cancel out. I am getting AC greater than. This negative will cancel out. When I divide 7744 by 4, I am getting 1936. So the value of AC has to be greater than 1936. But our aim is to find the least possible integer value of AC. Since we have to find the least possible integer value of AC, we have to consider the first integer value, which is greater than 1936. That is 1937. Then we can rewrite this inequality as AC is greater than or equal to 1937. So the value of AC can be equal to 1937 or it has to be greater than 1937. Therefore, the least possible integer value of AC is 1937. And some students may get confused with this information, that is a factor of kx positive j. We have not used this information to answer this question. Actually, this information is not required to answer the given question. We have nothing to do with this one. So the answer for this question is 1937.